this video, I wanna explain to everyone how targets are harassed in such a way that makes targets believe that a lot of people who are not gang stalkers are actually part of it. So first, the harassment consists of the following. Let's say that I have my car and my car has a dent in the front. So then I would have a gang stalker come to me and the gang stalker would be like, oh, I have a dent in the front of my car. And they would laugh like that, just like I did. So that would happen. And then let's say that my car got a scratch, and it's like a white scratch on the left door. I would have a gang stalker come to me. Oh, did you know that I just got a scratch on the left door of my car? Like that. Look, when this happens, please understand that this is gonna happen a lot of times. Let's say that I hurt my knee, then someone is gonna say like behind me, oh, I hurt my knee. Like things like that. So when this happens, look, this happens hundreds of times. So this happens a lot, and the moment that a target is exposed to this type of harassment, because I hurt my knee and someone says, oh, I hurt my knee, I'm gonna remember the time that I hurt my knee, and I'm gonna have like even a little movie in my head of when I hurt my knee. And that is gonna give me the impression that that is about me. So in the beginning, a lot of these things are actually gonna happen to a target. Like let's say that I gain 5 pounds and I would have, or 10 pounds or whatever. So then I would have like a gang stalker just walk by me and say, oh my God, I'm so fat. Like they talk about themselves, but they're actually talking about you. That is what they do. So this happens so much that your mind is programmed to dig into itself in order to find out if someone is actually talking about you. Like this is gonna be weird. If you're a target, you're gonna understand it. So gang stalkers are gonna see things that you connect to, that you identify with. I remember that also the cables of my right headlight on my BMW got stuck on the wheel, and the car kind of just like pulled them out of the socket. And I remember that I had a gang stalker to go, oh yeah, he told me, oh, I cannot drive my car because the right headlight cable all fell off from the ground. Like that. And that actually was something that happened to me. So this has a weird effect where your mind is almost actively trying to find things to identify with around. Like for example, if you see someone who's fat and you feel fat, you're gonna feel like that person was walking there so that to remind you that you're fat. I swear to God. That's just the effect that it has. So let's say that you've been a hoe lately and you go in the auto parts store and you'll see like a bunch of boxes that say high mileage. You're gonna feel like those boxes were put on you just for you. This is one of the strangest things to explain. There's actually so much more about this concept that I'm trying to put into words, but I think this is the first time that I have actually tried to explain it to you. So if you've been here for a while, please understand that all the concepts that I'm talking about are psychological, and some concepts I have explained several times, and I find it easier to explain than others. This concept is where I'm trying to put this into words. So for example, let's say that one of my friends says, I want to go party, and because gang stalkers use the word party a lot with me, as in party and play, like go and use drugs, because I have identified with that word before. I could have the inclination that the person is saying a word that I identify with to tell me that he's a gang stalker. So gang stalkers say things that the target identifies with in order to tell the target that they're gang stalker. Like, oh, I like to go party. If gang stalkers say that a lot, so next time that someone uses the party word, and this person, let's say that is a friend, I could actually have the suspicion that my friend of many years is a gang stalker only because he's using a word that I can identify to, or that I have a past that is somehow tied, that I have experienced that somehow ties that word with gang stalking. It's something hard to explain, but the crux is that gang stalkers use things for you to identify with. And this makes it appear that anyone that says something that you can identify with is a gang stalker. So if I'm feeling like fat and I say out loud, oh, I'm feeling fat, and all of a sudden I hear someone say, oh, I'm feeling so fat, like around me, because I had that thought, me as a target could have the inclination to believe that the person that said that's feeling fat is a gang stalker because of the mere fact that he said something that I identify with. I'm not sure if that makes sense. I'm gonna try to explain this again in another video, but gang stalkers bombard the target with things that they believe that the target is identifying with. For example, being fat. And if I feel like, oh, I'm getting fat, I'm feeling fat or whatever, and like the next day or something, someone says, oh, I'm feeling fat, because I had the same thought, I can believe that that person is a gang stalker. So this is what pushes on the narrative of they can read my mind. Because if I had the thought earlier, oh, I feel fat, and then someone says, oh, I'm feeling fat, I can believe possibly that that person is talking about me feeling fat. I hope that's clear enough for right now. I'm gonna give it another shot another time where I'm not so tired. Please subscribe and give me a like to show your support, because in this channel I do my best to explain to you all the methodologies about gang stalking and how people are made to believe that directed energy weapons are being used on the target. Also, my mission is to dispel the myths of gang stalking and make it common knowledge so that no one else believes that there are directed energy weapons being used against them in gang stalking. My goal is to make gang stalking something that everyone understands so that it loses most of its power. My name is Efrain Rodriguez and I was gang stalked for 7 years. Also, if you're into fitness, I have been a personal trainer for the past 10 years, and at this point I am showing you exactly how much work you can expect to do and what kinds of food and how much food you can expect to eat if you want to get into a lean and sculpted body. Okay, my name is Efrain Rodriguez. Bye.